Hello, children. A very good morning to you all. Welcome to our English class. As a part of our revision, today let us revise about the base form of the verbs. As we all know that verbs can have different forms. Like we get different forms by adding different endings to it, like s, ing or ed, right? Like if we add ed, we change the verb into the past tense form. If we add ing, we change the verb into the present continuous or past continuous or future continuous, whatever it is. If we add yes, we change the verb into the simple present form, right? So here we have different forms of the verbs. Let us see. Pick out the verbs from the following sentences and state what the base form of each is. Here, from the sentences, first you need to identify what is a verb. Then, you need to identify the base form of the verb. Few I have done for you, the remaining you need to do, children. First one, when will our vacation begin? So here, in this sentence, what is a verb? What is an action word? Verb means action, right? All the action words are called as verbs. In other ways, you have learned like doing words are called as verbs. So what is a verb? What is an action in this sentence? When will our vacation begin? The verb is will begin. What is the base form for will begin? It's begin. Will is helping verb, right? That is the reason we have written the verb as will begin. Second one, he knelt down and looked under the whistle. Here, what is a action word? What kind of action words you can see here? I can observe knelt means kneeling down, right? Knelt and looked, both are there. Both are verbs, both are actions. So under verbs, I have written knelt and looked. What is the base form for knelt? The base form of the knelt is kneel. As we have seen regular and irregular verbs. Very recently we have learnt about regular and irregular verbs, right? Few verbs remains the same, but in the past tense form, few verbs will be changing. So here knelt is an irregular verb where the base form of the verb is kneel. It has been changed into knelt in the past tense. So the base form of knelt is kneel and the base form of looked is look. Third one, the dog chased the burglars away. So what is the verb here? What is an action word? Chased, right? Verb is chased. What is the base form of chased? It is chase. Fourth one, I shall be returning this book to the library today. Here, what is the verb? Just look out for the action word. After finding the action word, that means the verb, then write down the base form of the verb. Fifth one, a train carries different people to different places. So what is the verb here? Try to identify the verb, which we have already done. All these exercises we have done. It's only the revision part. So by now you'll be perfect. I know that. So just try to revise the concept. If you can't identify, try to listen to the video of this particular concept and then try to do this exercise, children. Don't simply copy from the textbook. No. Try to listen to the video which I have explained. Then you try to do this exercise. Okay, the fifth one. A train carries different people to different places. So what is a verb in this sentence? Means what is an action word? Then write down the base form of that verb. Sixth one. The sun was shining fiercely and we were sweating. Here, what is the action word? The sun was shining fiercely. Here, if you think fiercely is a verb, it's wrong. Fiercely is something, it is describing how the sun is shining. How the sun is shining. Fiercely means it is a describing word, means it is an adjective. Don't get confused with fiercely and don't write like fiercely is a verb. No, fiercely is an adjective where it is describing how the sun is shining. So try to identify the verb and then write down the base form of the verb. Next. Seventh one. Wash your hands and sit down at the table, said mother. Here, wash your hands and sit down at the table, said mother. I can identify more than one verb in this sentence. So if you observe clearly, you can identify them. Just try to look for the action words. Try to look for the action words. Wash your hands and sit down at the table. Hands, table, mother, all are nouns, right? So try to identify for the verbs and then write down the base form of the verb. Next, eighth one and the last one. The earth goes round the sun. So try to identify the verb and write down the base form of the verb. Don't get confused with round. Round is an adjective. It is describing how the earth goes. Understood, children? We describe the size, shape, texture, the weather, how it is, the feelings, emotions, everything, right? So round is an adjective. Don't get confused. Here I have given only 8, but we have many other. But don't think that ma'am will be giving only these in the exam. No, these are only the example sentences which I have taken. Don't get confused and don't practice only these. No, you need to practice all the bits which are there in the textbook. Just for explaining you and for your revision part, I have taken few. The remaining you need to practice at your home, children. You need to do this revision in your English HW. Once again, I am repeating, children, if you don't understand the concept, please revise the concept again, listen to the video again and again, understand the concept and then try to do the sentences. But don't simply copy the answers from the text. Children, have a nice day.